Deadpool 2 is directed by David Leitch, who co-directed John Wick, the first one, and directed Atomic Blonde, which I really like. I know a lot of people don't like that film, but I really like it. And of course, it stars Ryan Reynolds as the titular character, Deadpool. And I'm not going to talk too much about what the story is about or anything, because I'm sure a lot of people have already seen this film. My review is slightly late, so I'm just going to get into it. So the main reason, obviously, that made me so excited to see this film was the first film and how groundbreaking that film was, not only as a superhero film, but just a film in general. I think that film really sort of took superhero films to the next level, and it took R-rated films to the next level as well, and showed us that superhero films can be more. And of course, since then, we've had films like Logan, which showed us even more the level of diversity of superhero films. And one of the things that was so great about that film was, number one, its self-awareness, and number two, its sort of I don't give a fuckness, basically. That's the best way for me to put it. So I wanted to see more of that in this film, and I was very excited, obviously, because Ryan Reynolds is back, and also David Leitch, whose films I really enjoy, is directing this film. And after seeing Deadpool 2, I have to say that I really, really, really enjoyed this film. It has problems, which I'll get into in just a bit, but for the most part, Deadpool 2 is just a really simply fun, entertaining film with a lot of great moments. I feel like I should address some of these problems first before getting onto the good stuff. My biggest problem with Deadpool 2 was that if you go back and watch number 1, which I did last night, one of the things you'll notice is how good it is at satirizing superhero films and commenting on it and making fun of it, while also being a really enjoyable film on its own. And one of the things that I liked about that film was that at the beginning of the film and at the end of the film, the character of Wade Wilson is very much the same, except for the fact that he has superpowers, right? Whereas here, they try to give him more of an arc. They try to make him a bit more of a hero. And even though that might sound good on paper, that's not how I feel Deadpool should be, because I feel like Deadpool should just be more of a sort of a satire of superhero films instead of being a properly full-fledged superhero film. And I feel like this film sometimes makes a character feel like a proper superhero, and it gives him an arc and he changes as a character throughout the film. And again, that sounds great, and in some ways it is. But at the same time, this is not like Black Panther or Avengers Infinity War or Spider-Man Homecoming. We're not here to see like Deadpool save people. We're here to see him like decapitate people and make funny jokes about it, right? And so I feel like this film lost some of that I don't give a fuckness that the first film had. But at the same time, it's also a good thing because you get to see the character evolve. So it's kind of a con, but at the same time, it's also a pro. I would also say that my other slight problem with this film is that there wasn't really a clear antagonist, as there was with Ajax in the first film, and also that the pacing sometimes felt a bit slow because, like I said, the film does take its time to develop the character of Wade Wilson, and so there are certain parts of the film where you don't actually get to see Deadpool fight anyone for quite a while, and so that makes the film feel slower and longer than it actually is, which is something I think the first film did quite well. It managed to have this sort of non-linear story structure while at the same time being really fast-paced and energetic, and I think that the second film loses that a little bit. But now that the problems are out the way, let's talk about some of the good stuff. The directing here is just really, really good. David Leitch brings, obviously, his signature style of directing action, but what's even better than that is the comedy, and of course Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. I think Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. He's very much the definitive version, and here he brings the same level of energy and passion to the film that he did with the first one, and I just love his performance. He really is Deadpool, and the comedy here is just incredible. There are so many laugh out loud moments, and also the great writing. But again, the directing is not something that should be overshadowed here, because David Leitch really did a good job. And one of the things I think a very clear and big improvement was the cinematography. Deadpool 2 actually looks incredible, and here the film is shot by the same person who did John Wick and Atomic Blonde, and the film just looks super stylish and super cool, and the music choices are really good. The song choices in this film are just really, really good, and they add so much to each scene. Of course, we have to talk about Josh Brolin as Cable. He's having a great year, and it's not even finished. He's still got Sicario 2 coming out next month, and he's great as Cable. I know a lot of people have said that Cable isn't in the film as much as they expected, but for me, I thought his screen time was just the right amount. He was in it just enough to have some cool moments, but not overshadow Deadpool. Colossus is great. Negasonic Teenage Warhead is great. You have Julian Dennison, who plays like this kid, like he's one of the main characters, and he was great in Hunt for the Wilder People, and here he's great. I would say all the acting is really good. You have Domino, who's a great character. You have you have a great cameo by someone who I won't say, because there are probably still one or two people who haven't seen the film, but when you're watching it, just keep an eye out for the Vanisher, or like the Invisible Man or something. That was good. That was very good, and I really enjoyed that. And also, Deadpool 2 has, for me, the best end credit sequence of all time. It was hilarious. I shat myself. I loved it. Every piece of comedy in this film was just incredible. And I think that this film's effort to try and sort of make things bigger, you know, make the action bigger, make this cast bigger, did work for the most part. There are one or two things, like I just said, that didn't work. But overall, I would say that Deadpool 2 is just an incredibly enjoyable film with incredible performances. And, you know, Ryan Reynolds is just amazing. And it has great action, great comedy. It's one of the most entertaining films I've seen this year. And I'm going to give Deadpool 2 a B+. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I really did enjoy Deadpool 2. I'm probably not going to do a spoiler video because there's only about 2 or 3 things that are sort of big spoilers and surprises, but I did really enjoy this film. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Please keep an eye out for my video essay, a new one which should be coming out like Wednesday, Thursday, and of course when I get to see Solo: A Star Wars Story, I'll review that. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Thank you.